The purpose of this video is to show you some of the functions that you should memorize its derivative. That way it makes things easier. For instance, the derivative of the square root of x with respect to x is equals to 1 over 2 the square root of x. And this is the reason why, because y equals the square root of x. The square root of x is the same thing as x to the 1/2. So when we take the derivative with respect to x, that is 1/2 times x to the 1/2 minus 1, which is 1/2 times x to the negative 1/2. When you have a negative exponent on top, just move it to the bottom to make it positive. But then going back to the original, if you have x to the 1/2, that means 1 over 2 square root of x. So if you can memorize that the derivative of the square root of x is 1 over 2 square root of x, it's going to make things a lot easier. Now, thinking of the chain rule, what if that is not just x? What if you have a function inside that square root? So the derivative with respect to x of the square root of u is 1 over 2 the square root of u times du dx. If we go back to this one, the derivative of the square root of x is 1 over 2 the square root of x times the derivative of the inside. The inside is just x, so that is just a 1. But what if you have the derivative with respect to x of the square root of 3x squared minus 1? Then we say, oh, that is 1 over 2 the square root of 3x squared minus 1 times the derivative of the inside, which is 6x. And that just simplifies to 6x over 2 the square root of 3x squared minus 1. The 6 and the 2, it reduces to a 3 on top. So that is 3x over the square root of 3x squared minus 1. Another derivative to memorize is the derivative with respect to x of 1 over x. This is negative 1 over x squared. And this is the reason. You have y equals 1 over x. 1 over x is the same as x to the negative 1. So when you take the derivative with respect to x, we get negative 1 times x to the negative 1 minus 1, which is negative 1 times x to the negative 2. If you have a negative exponent on top, you send it to the bottom to make it positive. And that's how we get that derivative. Then you'll see a pattern, like the derivative with respect to x of 1 over x squared. This is negative 2 over x to the third. The reason for that is because y equals 1 over x squared is the same as x to the negative 2. So the derivative is negative 2 times x to the negative 2 minus 1, which is negative 2 times x to the negative 3. And if you have a negative exponent, we send it to the bottom and it becomes positive. And again, at some point, we see some sort of pattern to this. So if we have the derivative with respect to x of 1 over x to the third, this is negative 3 over x to the 4, and so on. These are the derivatives that I recommend for you to remember. That way it makes things a lot easier and faster.